Today I want to talk about how Sabine, Wren, and Ahsoka Tano will help Bo-Katan in Season 3 of The Mandalorian. Now for those of you who are huge Star Wars animation fans like I am, we know that these three characters, Ahsoka, Sabine, and Bo-Katan, they all have a rich history. A rich history that's documented in the Star Wars animation shows The Clone Wars, as well as Star Wars Rebels. I'm going to come back to that point in a little bit, but right now I want to talk about the rumors when it comes to the Ahsoka Tano series, and how it is going to include Sabine Wren and be the search for Ezra Bridger. So if the rumors are true, and the Ahsoka series is going to be the search for Ezra, then it would make a lot of sense not only to reintroduce Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian Season 3, but also Sabine Wren. Yes, us animation fans know all about Ahsoka and Sabine, but remember the mainstream audience, they barely know Ahsoka, and they know absolutely nothing about Sabine Wren. So for Favreau and Filoni to use them in Season 3 of The Mandalorian, well, that's making a lot of sense to me. But the question becomes, how do we insert Ahsoka and Sabine into this story in a way that makes sense? And certainly what would make sense is that these characters both have a history with Bo-Katan, and therefore Bo-Katan could call on Sabine Wren and Ahsoka Tano when her and Din Djarin are attacking some Imperial remnant. But I think there's another way that Ahsoka and Sabine could be used that would show the mainstream audience just how important these characters are, as well as highlight their connection to Bo-Katan. You see, what's very interesting is that in The Mandalorian Season 2, Bo-Katan is introduced as a character with two goals. One, recapturing the Darksaber, and two, reclaiming her homeworld of Mandalore. And the interesting thing is that we see in The Clone Wars Season 7 that Ahsoka helped Bo-Katan recapture Mandalore from the former Darth, now just Maul. Add to this the fact that during Star Wars Rebels, we see Sabine Wren actually hand over the Darksaber to Bo-Katan. So not only do these characters have a clear history with Bo-Katan, they also have a clear connection with this character's goals in The Mandalorian. So this is what I think could happen in The Mandalorian Season 3, and how Ahsoka and Sabine will help Bo-Katan. You see, I believe that the reason Bo-Katan wouldn't just accept the Darksaber from Din Djarin is that previously, when Sabine Wren handed over the Darksaber to her, many of the Mandalorian clans questioned her and her rulership over the clans because she did not earn that Darksaber properly, which of course would be in single combat. So in The Mandalorian, we see Bo-Katan very determined to earn that Darksaber, at least this time around, in single combat versus Moff Gideon. Of course, Din Djarin is the one to do that, and now Bo-Katan and Din Djarin are at odds. So I believe in The Mandalorian Season 3, probably very close to the beginning, Bo-Katan and Din Djarin will have an arranged fight, and Bo-Katan is hoping that she's going to walk out of that fight with the Darksaber and with the Mandalorian people united. However, just before that fight begins, Ahsoka and Sabine will show up, and they're going to talk Bo-Katan out of fighting Din Djarin. How exactly would they do that? I mean, Bo-Katan seems so absolutely determined to get that Darksaber and reclaim Mandalore. Well, I think Ahsoka could talk to her about how Ahsoka helped her reclaim Mandalore way back in the Clone Wars, and how she didn't need the Darksaber then to create positive change for her people. Sabine Wren could also remind her that even though Sabine handed her the Darksaber, that didn't solve all of Bo-Katan's problems or the many problems on Mandalore. So I believe right before Bo-Katan is supposed to fight Din Djarin, she's going to lay down whatever weapon she's using, kneel before Din Djarin, and pledge that she will follow him since he rightfully claimed the Darksaber. And since fate has chosen him to have the Darksaber, she believes he will be the one to help reclaim Mandalore from the Imperial remnant and unite the Mandalorian people. And I really think this theory makes a lot of sense, because once again it highlights just how connected Ahsoka and Bo-Katan are, as well as the history that Sabine and her have as well. Which means a lot of those mainstream Star Wars fans out there, they're going to investigate the Clone Wars, they're going to start watching Star Wars Rebels, and discover just how great those stories are and the connections that these characters have together. But hey, Star Wars fans, that's my thoughts for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.